Ladies and gentlemen, this is ProWSoul from prowsoul.co.uk, and the question of the day today is: should Sting be considered by the WWE to be in the Hall of Fame of 2015 or not? And my response to this is: why shouldn't they consider him for the Hall of Fame? Why? Why shouldn't they consider him? I mean, Sting has done absolutely everything. He's a household name. Everybody knows who's Sting. And we're not talking about Sting as in the singer here right now. No. We're talking about Sting, the professional wrestler. Everybody knows him. Any hardcore fan, any hardcore fan, any normal fan, if you say Sting, oh yeah, I know who he is. He's a guy who's, dresses up as a crow. And I think what it is why aren't they going to consider him? Really, why? I mean, the only reason that you can fathom the thought that they wouldn't consider Sting to be in the WWE is because Vince McMahon never created that character. Vince McMahon never helped Sting's career to evolve. And due to this, I feel as though Vince McMahon kind of wants to basically, not accept that as such, I think that's one of the things with Vince McMahon. If he hasn't, helped along the character, or he hasn't kind of intervened or helped the character grow or created the character as such, then he doesn't want to know. And the thing is with Sting, he's done it all himself. Sure, I mean, as Eric Bischoff has said, that the Crow character the idea came from Scott Hall, sorry. However, the bottom line is he has evolved and moved, and his career has always been at the top, and no one can regard him as a second-tier talent when it comes to Sting. He was always a big guy, and no one can take that away from him. No one can take that away from him. And I think the WWE wants to kind of diminish that a bit by not taking him, because they never created the character. Which is wrong. It's completely wrong. Whether they didn't make him to, be the big shot in the WWE. Because he wasn't in the WWE. He's never been in the WWE. But the bottom line is, they've taken over WCW. And now, the fact that they've signed some sort of thing, because he's on the WWE network and doing promos for Ultimate Warrior as well, God rest his soul, and other things, so it clearly seems as though they've got something there, they've got a contract in place. However, there's obviously some dissension in between them, and I think it's basically creative control in terms of what Vince McMahon wants and what Sting wants. But the thing is, I think what the WWE need to do is just basically accept that, he's a guy who, the fans look up to. You can't deny his history. He can still wrestle as well. That's one of the huge things. In terms of toy sales, his toy sales are amazing. I think his toy sales are on par as John Cena and Rey Mysterio. So, without a doubt, they could make a lot of money from them. Without a doubt. So, they should just basically accept the fact that, okay, he's created his character on his own. Just like Rob Van Dam. They should just go, okay, Rob Van Dam's Rob Van Dam, he's on the side. We bring him in whenever we feel like it. So, they should accept the same thing with him. And do the same thing with him. But obviously there's some contract disputes, etc. But you can't deny the fact that, he doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. There is no doubt about the fact that he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Because for any professional wrestler, if you want to be like someone in professional wrestling, a great example would be Sting, because he's made it on his own without the help of WWE, which is the biggest organization in the world. So a lot of wrestlers can look up to him and go, you know what, he's a man, he's a good guy. And I think that's what WWE fears, actually, is the fact that, you know, WWE will be diminished, as opposed to, and Sting might be, you know, oh, build up so much, but bottom line is, Sting's done enough in his career to deserve the Hall of Fame, and it's the right thing to do. Do I think he's going to be in the Hall of Fame next year? I do, actually, because he's just been in the... He's going to be in the, you know, WWE 2K15 as a locked character, probably a downloadable character, so without a doubt he could do really good. Now the thing with here Sting is that they were going to do Sting versus The Undertaker for WrestleMania, because I remember in one of his Sting's press conferences, wherever he was doing, in that he said he's got only one guy who actually wants one match on his mind, and it was clearly leading to The Undertaker. However, now the streak is broken. What's left for him to do? Who can he fight? My best bet for WrestleMania 31 would be to fight Cesaro. Cesaro is a perfect guy for him to fight. Cesaro is a perfect heel. You know, I don't think he's going to be the world champion next year. He can be a big Paul Heyman guy, and he could be the guy to basically either beat Sting and drive the new generation into the next field, or Sting could actually beat him. And it will just be a good match to see overall, whether this heel character who's got Paul Heyman behind him can actually move to the next move the flag for the next generation and destroy Sting, or will Sting just pull out something and, you know, just tell Cesaro, you're not ready yet, son, which will be good to see. That will be awesome match to see. If that doesn't happen and they book Cesaro to fight someone else, I do think that they should replace Cesaro with Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose versus Sting. That would be an amazing one. Now, Dean Ambrose, he could just be a heel. He could be a babyface. You can get him to be anything. For that instance, he would just be ideal because his career is lacking as well. I think he is a big star as well in the future, Dean Ambrose. He needs a good little push, and I think ideally for him would be something like Sting, where he could be a heel and he could just attack Sting in the ceremony or etc. or whatever, and not in the Hall of Fame ceremony, but he could attack him in Raw and etc. etc. trying to say that we are the future, etc. And it could be a nice build-up, and in WrestleMania they will fight each other, but ultimately Sting would win that one. But you could get Dean Ambrose to win it as well, and you wouldn't mind it. You know, it would be a good send-off, and it would be a good and nice thing for Sting, because he would be in the WWE. Ideally, I would like it if Sting would win the match, simply because he's never been in the WWE, and he deserves it. He deserves it, you know. And that's it, really. What do you guys think? Do you think that Sting should be in the Hall of Fame for 2015? I do think so. I mean, how can you not? How can you not? Anyway, please let me know. Please view the sponsors on pro.co.uk. Thank you for listening to this. Subscribe, like, share. Have a good day. Peace!